And a good morning to you. For activists on both sides of the abortion debate, which is a heavily contested one, all eyes are on the Supreme Court today as justices begin to hear oral arguments in the case of a controversial Mississippi abortion ban. Now, as our Joe Khalil has reported throughout the morning, the decision stands to potentially upend the 1973 landmark ruling of Roe versus Wade. Niall Stanage, White House columnist for The Hill, joining us right now. Good morning to you, Niall. We've got to talk about how the Supreme Court is currently at a conservative supermajority. But just because that is the case, can we assume we know exactly how they will rule in this one?
I don't think we can, Adrienne. I think it's probable but not certain that they will rule to the conservative side, to the Mississippi side in this case, just as a simple matter of math. There are 6 conservative-leaning justices out of 9. But one of the key points will be how sweeping is that judgment. It is possible, for example, that the justices could ultimately back the Mississippi position, but not explicitly repeal Roe v. Wade, the decision that obviously gives a constitutional right to abortion.
You know, you think about abortion, and obviously it's one of those conversations that you just do not bring up. It's one of those taboo topics, but it's also a very strong platform discussion with either party, with considerations of which party is more pro-choice and with which party is anti-abortion. So what are the stakes here for either the Democratic or Republican Party?
This is one of these odd situations, Adrienne, in which the loser legally could ultimately benefit politically. Well, what do I mean by that? Let's say there is basically a conservative decision here. That will obviously create a counter-reaction from people who are of a more pro-abortion rights frame of mind. That, in turn, could spark or juice turnout for the Democratic Party in next year's midterm elections. And as we know, Democrats have been struggling to spark that kind of enthusiasm among their voters.
It's about 50-50 when it comes to anti-abortion or pro-life activists or proponents and people who are pro-choice when it comes to this issue. It really hasn't changed too much in recent years. Do we expect that it could with this decision?
I don't think we do, honestly, Adrienne, because here's the thing. There have been other controversial social issues that have shifted a lot. Same-sex marriage, or a generation before that, interracial marriage. Those are issues that we as a society have decided. Abortion, we just haven't decided the underlying question as a society. Is abortion morally okay or not? That continues to be an enormously divisive issue. When it is raised in private conversation, I think you hear a lot more nuance and complexity and acknowledgement of differing opinions than the political discourse and, honestly, sometimes the media discourse reflects.
Yes, that is the case. Niall, thank you so much, as always. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.